Hi, this is Kenn Renner, real estate expert in Central Texas, and I just wanted to talk to you about breaking your lease. I'm a landlord myself, multiple properties, and we have a management company as well. So not only do we do sales, but we also help people get into lease properties and also take care of those properties for our owners as well. So it's important to know what your rights are when it comes to, let's say you want to buy a house, but you're in a lease. I hear this all the time. I just signed a new lease. And so you got to kind of know what the steps are to be able to, I always say don't let a lease get in the way of buying a home, because the perfect opportunity or buyer's market is now. And who knows, in a year from now, the market's starting to heat up, and that you may end up paying a lot more for the next house, and because you thought there was a lease in the way. So first of all, if you are in a lease, number one, you can ask the owner, would they be interested in letting you out of the lease, so that you can move on and buy a house, or even the house you're living in. That's another angle. A lot of times we can approach the owner of these rental properties and say, hey, would you be interested in selling the house you're living in if it was a house that works for you? And that's a win-win situation there. The other way to look at it is that you can ask them if they'll let you out. At least surprisingly, they may have been saying, hey, I've been wanting to sell this property, but I knew you had a lease. So I was waiting for that lease to be up. And they may be glad to let you out of the lease. Also, we have special programs for lease buyouts. A lot of both me and the builders will offer a certain percentage to cover a lease buyout. So, that takes the question of the landlord of whether they're going to get their rent out or not. So let's say there's 2 or 3 months left on your lease when it's time to move in. We can work out a buyout of that lease or negotiate, because you want to be able to make sure that you abide by what the rules of the lease contract are. And that's the other thing. You need to have someone review your lease contract, because especially if you're deciding to move, you want somebody like me to look at the lease and see what are the rights, because there's different rental agreements for Texas Apartment Association as opposed to the Texas Association of Realtors. There are different ramifications on getting out. Some are more, those leases have more teeth than others, and so we want to know what your rights are by reading what you've agreed to. So, like I said, don't let a lease get in your way. We do this all the time. We have a special program, especially for our rent-to-own people, that they can come, our clients, tenants, they can get out of their lease anytime when they're renting one of my homes. And, if they decide to use me as their representative to help them buy the next house. And once again, we have also sold multiple properties of the homes people are living in that they're renting, and they become homeowners, and they get all the benefits of being a homeowner. So that's a great way to do it. Kenn Renner, 512-423-5626. Hope you have a great day. Enjoy this day in Central Texas. Bye.